Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center here on the island of Kauai. We present this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8, and it's recorded and put on our website, kauaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. We present this class as the training method we call Bodhisattva Training School, which is all of Tibetan Buddhism, or shamanistic Lamaism, as it's sometimes called. The Lama is simply the go-between between two natures, the nature of the world around us and the nature of your inner states of awareness. The world around us is perfect just as it is. The interpretation of the world around us in the human condition in its true nature is called wisdom. And all of the Dharma methods, practices, training, teachings, empowerments, all of it is to bring your body, speech, and mind into this same modality of wisdom that this universe represents. We call it the Dharmakaya. Now, the Dharma means wisdom, or wisdom mother. Kaya means vehicle. And a little bit to understand that before we start our class tonight, I'm going to read from a book called Perfect Clarity, which is an analogy or condensation of many different teachers of many different lineages of Tibetan Buddhism in one book describing the openness, clarity, and intelligence that we all possess and is greatly obscured by what we call the relative world, the drama world, or the world of emotional conflict. In dealing with it, you must understand that the universe's nature is voidness, which simply means everything appears out of this state, presents itself, and then again disappears back into that state. In the same way, the human mind functions with thoughts. They arise out of space or voidness, they present themselves, and they disappear back to where they came from. So the inside and the outside are functioning the same way. The nature of the training of the Bodhisattva is to bring openness, clarity, and wisdom, or higher states of intelligence or awareness, into your present situation, just as you are. And understanding that you're already a Buddha, which is what Buddhahood is all about. And to realize it is what all of these various methods are presented in Tibetan Buddhism. I'm reading from a text by Lama Nakshul Kin Rinpoche, and it's called The Mirror of Mindfulness. Homage to the King of self-existing mindfulness as a state of wisdom. Look here, all Vajra brothers and sisters, friends of the Dharma, and support. I am the Vajra indestructible mindfulness. When seeing me be mindful, look into the essence of your own immeasurable and immovable mind. I am the mirror of mindfulness by clearly showing this state of clarity with your mindful attention. Mindfulness is the root of Dharma. Mindfulness is the main part of all the practice of Dharma. Mindfulness is the stronghold of the mind. Mindfulness is the aids to spontaneously arising states of awareness and wisdom. These two, awareness and wisdom, are inseparable. Without this mindfulness, one is carried away by laziness. A lack of mindfulness is the creator of all faults and negative tendencies. A lack of mindfulness doesn't accomplish any purpose. In some cases, a lack of mindfulness is nothing more than a heap of shit. To lack mindfulness is to sleep in the ocean of urine. To lack mindfulness is to be like a heartless corpse. Friends, please be mindful. Through the aspiration to accomplish this mindful, all the supreme gurus, friends of the Dharma, and those that have possessed into higher states of awareness do this by simply attaining and affirming the practice of mindfulness. Enough said. Now we're going to get mindful. To help bring the mind's distracted awareness, called the relative nature of truth, into the ultimate nature of wisdom, called ultimate truth, it is in the Tibetan tradition, first of all, to understand that everything we are doing is called the motivation of the altruistic application of the Dharma. And when we say altruistic, we mean everything we do is for everybody else. Oh, this is the start of moving away from selfishness, or I, me, mine, or egocentric, we call it, egocentric awareness. And the way it is stated in the Dharma text of refuge is called the altruistic motivation. And we read this at the start of practice to remind ourselves how unique these shamanistic practices are and how uniquely they're applied. In order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now altogether take refuge and, when possible, offer prostration. So this position or view is to see all sentient beings, animals, humans, and spirits, that's the three categories, as mother, because they all were at one time in the past. They are all our support now, and they will all be personally interconnected to us in the future. So our motivation is to take care of them now. Then we take refuge. Now the refuge is the support to that aspiration prayer. And the refuge is sixfold. The Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, all Buddhists use these. They're called the three jewels. But in shamanistic Lamaism, called Tibetan Buddhism, we engage in the Lama inseparable from hundreds of yidams, or practices of using peaceful and protector symbols to strengthen our inner state of awareness or mindfulness. So I'm going to read the prayer of those are called the three roots of tantric practice. So the three jewels and the three roots. The prayer goes like this. We go for refuge to all the glorious holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the yidams, the symbols of the deities gathered in the mandalas of bodhisattva practice. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those who have conquered the mind and gone beyond and become mature human beings. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma as practice. And we go for refuge to all the noble Sangha as our guides. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis who are the protectors and defenders of this inner state of wisdom called Dharma. All of these possess the eye of transcending awareness. Then we move into the Bodhisattva training school with the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines. And that prayer goes like this. To the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, called the 6 Perfection, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. My mother. Then, since we are engaging in this spiritual practice for the benefit of the 3 categories of sentient beings, the largest category is spirits. Animals and humans, they're limited just by numbers. But in the spirit, no limit, infinite in number. And they can help us. So we befriend them by chanting most of these practices in Sanskrit because the spirits understand that. They're long lives. They've been around for thousands of years, most of them. So they know by this method of communication that we are interested in their well-being or friendship. So the altruistic motivation goes like this. Dag dong jo wa nam ke ta dang yam pe sem chem tam che tu di de jung de ji si jang shu ning po la chi ki bar du. Then the refuge prayer, the 6 supports. Galden lama dampa nam la chap su chio yidam chokor gi la so nam la chap su chio Sanjay chom dende nam la chap su chio Dampe chur nam la chap su chio Kalpe gendum nam la chap su chio Kawo kandro chokyum sume Sho yeshe ki shendang dempa nam la chap su chio. And the Bodhisattva prayer. Sanjay chodang choki chodang la jang chu bardu dagni chap su chi dagi jinso ji pe so nam gi jola pinjer sanjay drupar sho. When taking refuge with this altruistic motivation in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama deity and protector as support, then the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines are practiced on both the relative level, which means how you are engaging everything sensually and with your thoughts, and the ultimate level, which are higher states of mindfulness, awareness, or consciousness that we develop, that we move into. So we've been growing and developing. Now we are evolving. And so when we say the 6 Bodhisattva disciplines, the first is generosity, practiced on both the ultimate and higher spiritual levels of awareness. The second one, the same way, is called morality. But morality has to include ethics, good manners, and other kindful aspects of your consciousness that are practiced, that are learned. Then the third one is patience. This applies to all emotional conflict in dealing with yourself, others, and the environmental world around it. The fourth one is diligence or perseverance in the practice of the first three, but also in engaging in mindfulness through single-pointed concentration called meditation. The sixth one is moving into the ultimately true state of your highest awareness, which is called wisdom or insight. And this insight, when purposely connected to through practice, through special method, and the transmission of, we call the lamas pointing it out, how to use it, then the first 5 disciplines are perfected. So awareness or insight is the ultimate true nature of your innate state of consciousness. We refer to the heart as the heart mind of this bodhisattva training. When the Buddha gave these teachings 2,600 years ago in India, it was an antidote to all the existing traditions of what were in place at that time. And he approached it with his own inner state of awareness fully developed, but he approached it in such a way that as he moved around northern India, as he came across individuals or groups or situations, then he gave the appropriate Dharma instruction according to that. And he did that for a period of about 40 or 50 years. That became the basis of what we call the Sutra tradition or the guidance of the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha. Then that was enhanced by the practice of many, many yogis and yoginis, men and women in India. And then in the 8th century, it was taken into Tibet. In Tibet, it was practiced from that time up until 1950. And that was the cause of the end of that transmission by the Chinese takeover of Tibet. Then those teachers are now everywhere in the world. They left Tibet a lot into Nepal, Bhutan, Sikkim, Kashmir, those northern countries where the Buddha taught originally. And now have migrated to, in the 4 directions and are all over the globe. When you receive the instruction, or initiation is another way of putting it, they call it empowerment. It's a mind-to-mind transmission, but it's also transmitted in a way that it affects your physical bodily function. And from the result of these two, the training of the mind, which is, we're talking about that brain, head, in this case, the body is enhanced. Then from that enhancement, the speech of the combination of these two becomes more powerful. So then with training, the body, speech, and mind gradually moves into another dimension of being. It's called a state of unity. That is the same unity as the state of mind or function of the teacher, man or woman lama. And there's a spontaneous change that takes place once this transmission is taken to heart or practice. That's it. And it's a gradual increase where one who is practicing will notice day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, increasing mindfulness causing increasing good health, stability, increased awareness, not only inside, but in the beings and in the world around you. That's the perk or the benefit. But most importantly, it doesn't lessen when you leave the body, which is a guaranteed function. All of us are going to leave our body. The body being a temporary husk to hold this states of intelligence, of relative and ultimate awareness. And at that point, all of the tendencies that you gained in this life follow you like a shadow into the next world. Oh, it's the same for everybody, you know? And that way we're all, like all of us are standing, 8 billion humans are standing on this planet. All of us are standing on the same planet, breathing the same air, using the production of the earth and the water and the sun, the fire, the radiant, all together. So we're already in a state of unity. We're already totally interconnected, not only to each other, but to every animal spirit and everything in the entire universe is interconnected like these fingers coming together, producing one unity. And that is the state of a Buddha. This symbol is that Buddha. This Buddha that sits with his right hand resting on the left knee and left hand in meditation posture in the lap. That's a symbol of complete interconnectedness, that there is no such thing as separation. That's way too simple. But that's how it really is. That's how this universe is. And some people like to call it, you know, something high, supreme, and supernatural, which it is not. It's just natural. Some people like to call it low, you know, less than. It's not. Some people become very attached to it. Some people become have tremendous aversion to it. You know, it's not necessary. It's not going to go away. You know, and everything that you sense and think about in front of you disappear. All of it, in time. But there's another state of wisdom awareness that we're going to connect to tonight that's timeless. And that's called the present. One of my friends on Maui, Ram Dass, he always put that out there. Be present. Be here now. Well, what's now? Get it? Calm, peaceful, quiet, alert, aware, intelligent, open, kind, considerate, caring. All these human qualities already in play. So now we're going to start the practices tonight. And when we do these practices, we start with the simplicity of the world around us using the breath. It's what keeps us alive in the body. No breath, no life. And in breathing, we use codes And when these codes are set up to enhance the quality of this life support system of breathing, they have another function, and that's to bring you into a state of calm abiding, which leads into meditative states of, we say, contemplation and mindfulness. And so we'll start with that. And tonight we're going to use the element of fire. Well, fire is only one form of radiance or radiation. But the symbol we use, which connects us to all the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, is a 4-sided pyramid, red in color with a base. So it actually has 5 sides. And when using this symbol, it is to bring you into this state of interconnectedness for healing purposes. And when we talk about healing, we're talking about all levels, not just physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. And the most important is the spiritual. But being able to focus, you have to be able to use your imagination in connection with your ability to focus or meditate. So the purpose of this is twofold. One, to bring healing into your present situation, but also to increase the power of your imagination, so by that you can produce positive results. Not just inside, but in the world around you. Hands on the knees or in the lap. Back straight, head slightly tilted forward. Mouth closed, tongue resting against the palate. Eyes slightly open, softening the gaze to the space and light energy 2 feet in front of you, not on an object and not too close. About arm's length in front. Positioning in this way opens the door to calmness, power, inner alignment of energy chakra systems. The proper flow of this through your form. Then bring your focus, your awareness to your breath. When you inhale, the diaphragm expands. When you exhale, it contracts, all spontaneously. But be mindful of it. Then start with the 3 lights prana yoga. You can come in front. Breathing technique. As you inhale the air, visualize the energy as white light filling your lungs. The middle breath is called the absorption breath. You visualize red light flashing through every cell in your body. You bring these 2 codes together, exhaling blue light out your nose to space as a healing breath. Again, inhale white light, fill your lungs. Middle breath, absorption breath, visualize red light through your body. Bring these two lights together, exhale blue light out the nose to fill boundless space, like the sky. After a few minutes of this three lights prana yoga practice, you will notice that you are in a state, have brought yourself into a state of calm. It's called calm abiding or peace and tranquility. At the same time, you're moving your awareness more and more away from worldly activity into the inner states that produce highest wisdom quality. Now bring the energy of this three lights prana yoga practice into the method of the 5 elements healing practice, where the universal energies and life support of the 5 elements which create everything in this universe are connected to your immediate situation. To do that, take your focus off the breath, bring the 3 lights together as a tiny symbol or particle similar to an atom, and visualize that centered in your chest, the middle of your body, in the chest area. You are creating what is called a chakra. And this chakra becomes the mind position for all Dharma practice. But at the same time, that tiny particle of radiant light, because of its nature, connects to the infinite light in the fabric of boundless space. The universal energy of our universe. This becomes the foundation or the seat for this 5 healing practice, 5 element healing practice method. Then with your imagination, visualize again that tiny particle of light in your heart chakra to increase in size to a small sphere of clear light. In this way, you're entering into the 3-dimensional position of our universe. Keep increasing that clear light, small clear light sphere until it expands and forms the 4-sided red pyramid with a base of radiance or fire. It's labeled the fire element. Visualize it about the size of your thumbnail in the center of your chest, heart chakra. When you can see it clearly, then visualize it to move out in front of your chest and up before your eyes, about 2 feet in front. Then use this energy symbol by visualizing it to expand in size so that you can see your physical form sitting inside. In this case, like a large room or tent of radiant red light in the shape of the pyramid. You are psychically using the energy of the 5 elements but encouraging the radiant element to be predominant for healing purposes. Not just warmth in your heart, but the healing warmth of the world around you. The color code is used to activate the pineal pituitary glands in your brain to produce healing secretions through every cell in your body. Then, since we are Bodhisattva training, we share this energy program with the world around us by visualizing the symbol of the fire element to increase in size to include this island of Kauai and surrounding ocean, or where you're practicing the city, town, or a large area of where you are. Keeping imagination and focus together, expand the pyramid in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. The next step is to expand it in size, imagining it to grow to completely enclose our solar system, which encompasses the diameter of billions of miles. Expanded in size to completely enclose our entire disc-shaped galaxy. Then move it beyond the confines of your conceptual mind to merge with the light and fabric of boundless space. No meditation. Simply be present and contemplate space. In healing modalities, it is called the mother element. Then return from that dimension by again visualizing the red pyramid enclosing the galaxy. Then reduce it in size so the fire element symbol encloses the solar system. Condense it in size to just enclosing Mother Earth. Smaller and smaller to enclose a large area of where you are doing this practice. Smaller yet to just enclosing all of that. Visualizing the pyramid just enclosing your physical form. Whatever size feels comfortable. Taking all the life support energy of the universe into your situation. Mindfully produced. And end the practice by returning the symbol to its original small size in front of your eyes, 2 feet in front. If you actually see it there with your eyes, you have a really good imagination. Bring it to chest level and into your heart chakra. Shrink it to the size of a small sphere of clear light and shrink it further down till it assumes the tiny particle connecting to the infinite light of boundless space. This is the all-pervading nature of your mind and the universe in harmony. Relax. Be here now. Be present. no meditation, simply contemplation of space. Bring this enhanced state of inner awareness to in front of your eyes and spread it into your area of practice. Abby's going like this. In the practice of Dharma, in Bodhisattva training school, which is simply methods of preparation for becoming what you already are, a Buddha, which translates into mature human being. There are three approaches with initiating Dharma practice. And the original verbal teachings of the Buddha, which were passed on in practice for hundreds of years, is to establish the Hinayana, which means the way you are as a selfish individual, to get yourself healed out of this constant state of conflict, pain and suffering. And the methods produced take it into what they call the heavenly states, phenomenal experiences. And for some developing humans, that's as far as they get. But the Hinayana is, in the Buddhist teachings, where you start when you move into the altruistic motivation that you're doing this for everybody and everything and the world around you, the environment. That's called Mahayana. Maha means great. Yana means vehicle. Hini means selfish vehicle or self-centered. Mahayana means everybody equal, everybody together, moving together, in harmony. That's Mahayana. Then that Hinayana, Mahayana develops in practice to the Vajrayana, indestructible states of awareness, which are timeless. And the Vajrayana is assisted with what they call sutra and tantric practice working together. Then, using those methods, one starts to evolve into higher and higher states of intelligence, and you move into what is called the tantric positions of these vehicles, which is the Nirmanakaya, the mind of the teacher or lama or guru, Sambhogakaya, which are the methods of retraining the mind to accept its true nature of the Dharmakaya. So you have the Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, which is all these methods, deity yogas and so forth. And those two together producing what you already have, the all-pervasive nature of your mind as the Dharma, wisdom kaya. That means it's for everyone. No end in sight. Timeless. And in training this, using these shamanistic methods, there's nothing beyond that. Because there was nothing before that to begin with. The basis was like the 5 elements healing we just did. And moving from space into the world with the elemental nature of the world and ending up in space. Then reversing that, again coming into the elemental world and again finishing in space. That's the space is the Dharmakaya. The seed syllable for ultimate healing comes from the 3 lights healing, Om, Ah, and Hum, applied to the 3 lights. Om means complete clarity, applied to the body. That's the white light you inhale. The red light is the energy of the elements pervading your body, but also pervading the universe. That's the ah sound. The hung, the blue hung, is the result of those 2 codes being produced and brought together with meditative focus, exhaled to everybody and everywhere in space, universally applied. The hung. And this sums up all the teachings of the Buddha and all the teachings of all the yogis and yoginis and lamas, monks, nuns, and lay people like myself for the last 2,600 years to now, and with no end in sight in the future. That's the home. It is also the seed syllable of the medicine Buddha applied to the deity. But it's also applied to the Nirmanakaya, the teacher. And when we do this practice of Padmasambhava, who brought these teachings to Tibet and applied them shamanistically to benefit the people of that part of the world, are now used to benefit the whole planet, was Padmasambhava and his consort Yeshe Soigal. And when they did this, they used the mantra as the symbol of the bliss clarity of your mind. No matter what symbol you use, whether it be the guru symbol, we call guru yoga, or the deity symbol, we call deity yoga, of the 5 dhyanas, or the Buddha symbol of the ultimate nature of mind as all-pervasive. All-pervasive means everywhere, nobody left out, nothing left out. Everything interconnected. That's Dharmakaya. That's the way your mind really is. Both relatively and ultimately. You can think of anything. And look what that's doing. So we're going to do the Guru Yoga of Padmasambhava to start the basis of the practice tonight. Then we'll move into the Deity Yoga of compassion, power, and insight with Chenrezig Z. And then we will move with these 2 together into the wisdom practice of Chenrezig as the white Mahakala. White Chenrezig, white Mahakala. Mahakala is the symbol of power, utilizing compassion and insight to bring whatever Buddha activity or wisdom activity is necessary to bring peace and harmony and love and kindness and awareness into the world, into the worldly situation, whether you be in a body or not. We start with this practice. To receive the transmission, visualize the Lama in front as the symbol of all the Lamas of Tibetan Buddhism, men and women, and all the lineages passed down from Shakyamuni Buddha, which are unbroken, down to the present day. All in this symbol of the Guru Rinpoche. So the Lama in front, life size, you see white light from the Lama's head into your head to receive the empowerment of the Nirmanakaya, the teacher, the Guru, as a symbol and as an actual being, incorporating that symbol. Then you see red light from the Lama's throat to your throat as the power of enhancing your form body in this way produces more powerful speech to activate what they call a mantra for healing, extraordinary healing result. Then you see blue light from the Lama's heart chakra into your heart chakra. And this is the wisdom transmission of all the methods, in particular, those that apply to the three vehicles. The Nirmanakaya, the teacher, the Sambhogakaya, the methods, and the Dharmakaya, the all-pervasive results. When you can see those three lights shining simultaneously into you, the Lama in front, whoever he or she is, merges into you. This is the wisdom transmission of union, which, as I explained at the start of class, is the Aksobhaya Buddha energy. No separation. At that moment, you become this symbol of Guru Rinpoche. Universally applied, you think of your mother as Guru Rinpoche. All that wisdom energy from her to you. And then all your relatives, and then all your friends, and all of your associates, and everybody you have karma with, and all your pets, and all the humans on the planet, and all the animals in the ocean, on the land, and all the spirits of the four realms pervading space. Four spirit worlds of heaven, of the war and war god realm, of the deprived spirit realms and the demon realms, of spirits, all emotionally conflicted. But now as this symbol relieved of those afflictions, that activates the mantra. So your mind is filled with this mandala of this symbol of Guru Rinpoche. Then you say the mantra, and the mantra is visualized as a result of your all-pervasive application of this Guru Rinpoche symbol. The seed soluble hung in your heart center is surrounded by this, circled by this mantra. Om Ahum. Vajra Guru Siddhi Hum.
Pema Siddhi Hum.
Om Ahum. Vajra Guru Padma Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum. Vajra Guru Pema 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 Siddhi Om. Om Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. What are you meditating on? The vibration of the Hum and how it looks in blue code in your heart center, surrounded by the mantra Om Hum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Hum. Now those two together flood your physical form with light through all the nadis or channels that pervade through all of your body as this symbol. Then emanate outward through pores and orifices as healing energy to the world and the beings around you. And everyone in your mandala does exactly the same thing you're doing. And that way, their true nature is in action. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. Then we make the offerings, it's called the eightfold offerings of everything that is life enhancing. And I have it symbolized here with these 8 offering bowls. The first one is water for drinking, second water for bathing, the third one is flowers, the fourth one is incense, the fifth one is lights, the sixth one is perfumed water, the seventh one is food, and the third one is sound or vibration. So these are called the 8 offering, auspicious offering. And they are on a beautiful golden cloth, which is the 9th offering called the kata, which in Tibetan Buddhism is offered in friendship and reverence and ceremony and in meeting with friends. So I'm going to do these 8 offerings with mudra. Om Vajra Argyam, Vajra Padyam, Vajra Pupe, Vajra Dupe, Vajra Loke, Vajra Gena, Vajra Nuide, Vajra Shabda, Vajra Kata, Ahom Chati Sa Te. So that makes the offering to Guru Rinpoche, which represents all Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, Lama, deity, and protectors, all the aspects of Dharma. Then we continue the mantra. Om Ahum Vajra Guru Pema Siddhi Om. 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 Now, Om Ahum is your body, speech, and mind in this extraordinary development of we call mindfulness or internal awareness. Then outward projected is the Guru, communicating this or involving the entire universe in this mandala. That's Vajra Guru. Vajra means indestructible. Guru means ultimate wisdom teacher. Padma means born from a lotus in the human condition to do this. Padma also means the consort of the five elements, however they appear, as the mother principle. Siddhi means to accomplish this now. Hum, universally applied, like the exhale of your breath. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. 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 Om Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. So your body is in position. The Hung is the Dharmakaya symbol, all pervasive. The mantra is the Sambhogakaya, bliss energy of the deity, in this case, Padmasambhava. And then the union of those two becomes the teacher or guru for your inner and worldly development. That's called the Nirmanakaya. These three kayas or vehicles are inseparable, but we approach them independently, just like we did with the five elements, which are inseparable, or the three lights of the breathing, which are inseparable. That's the word Vajra. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi 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 Hum. The Dharmakaya is accomplished that every being in your mandala is Guru Rinpoche. And the Sambhogakaya energy and the inner guide or guru, all in one. One for your body, one for your speech, one for your mind. All together. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. 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 Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Om Ahum Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Hum. Vajragu Pema Siddhi Om. Om 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 Vajragu Pema Siddhi Om. Using the Dharmakaya, all-pervasive nature of your mind, the ability to produce infinite application, in this case applied to infinite sentient beings throughout space, all animals, all humans, all spirits, in the entire universe, as this symbol of compassion, power, and insight, based on the practices of loving kindness and concern or compassion for the well-beings of everyone and the well-being of our environment, this Mother Earth. When your mind is filled with this all-pervasive application of Guru Rinpoche, then implode infinite sentient beings into your symbol of Guru Rinpoche, applied to your body. So this is called the rainbow body of the deity. Then all sentient beings, same, dissolve from every direction like rain into a lake, into you, either all at once or slowly, maybe all the heavenly realms, then all the spirit worlds, then all the animal world, then all the human world. Wherever they take birth, all into you. Then as you as the central symbol disappear into the entire mantra circle of letters. Then one by one, starting with the Om, then the Ah, then the Hum, then Guru, each one dissolve into the blue Hum in your heart center. It's surrounded by a 5-colored sphere of light, indicating the 5 wisdoms and the 5 elements of the universal world, enclosed together in harmony. Then that 5-colored sphere of light and the Hum condense to a tiny particle of light in your heart center. And it slowly joins the infinite light of boundless space. No boundary, no meditation. Relax and merge with the present moment. How do you describe this present state of voidness, like space? It's simply put that the past is gone. Everything that's happening is in the past. The future hasn't happened. The present you can't find. Relax in timeless awareness with that description of voidness. Then you move from this state of contemplative awareness, called the accomplishment stage of practice, into the what we call the Sambhogakaya application of the yidam or deity, which can be the guru or any of the symbols of the Lama, or the all-pervasive nature of your Dharmakaya mind, the Buddha symbol. And that way we produce the 5 dhyana Buddhas as antidotes to all emotional conflict, starting with attachment, aversion, pride, and jealousy, and then establishing our wisdom nature to overcome delusion or ignorance. And for some, states of aggrandizement, bewilderment, and so forth. So these 5 categories carry their own antidotes as 5 states of wisdom awareness. When you use the deity or the guru as the symbol, you are entering into the healing energy that counteracts or transforms the conflicting mind of the drama mind, we call the relative mind, which we're all aware of. All humans are aware of this drama and the drama mind. So we take that same awareness and move it into the other nature of our consciousness where there is no drama. And when the drama mind is purified or transformed, there's no pain or suffering. That's it. That's your true nature. So now we're going to do the practice of the deity, of the basis of all tantric deities, Shenrei-Z. White in color, shown as a bodhisattva, dressed in silks and jewels, and like Padmasambhava, sitting on a lotus sun and moon seat, which means being present in the human world, the human condition, wearing a 5-jewel crown, and showing the empowerment of body, speech, and mind as a vase full of wisdom. Now, this 2-arm Mahakala is presented in red color. It also holds, with 2 more arms, a Vajra and a Mala in the right hand and a lotus in the left hand. This is the application for the drama world, relative world, with compassion and the ultimate aspect of consciousness of healing with skillful means of the practice of mantra or tantra. So we'll now practice this Sambhogakaya deity, which produces clarity and openness as a result of the practice of mindfulness. Again, the Lama sits in front, the 3 lights come into you. The Om Ah Hum is applied to your 3 places. A white Om in your forehead, in the center of your head, in a white sphere. A red Ah in your throat, in a red sphere, and a blue Hum in your heart center, in a blue sphere. Then the Lama in front merges into you, and you become this 2 or 4-arm Shenrei-Z, and red in color. And it is shown above the Buddha of the next yoga practice we're going to do, which is the power aspect of Shenrei-Z, is the 6-arm Mahakala. So we presented it, first of all, with the Nirmanakaya aspect of Guru Rinpoche, as all teachers or guides, men or women. Then the Sambhogakaya, it represents, in this case, all the symbols of the 5 dhyana Buddha fields in one symbol, with the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum. And then those 2 together to produce the power aspect of the 6-arm Mahakala, which will be the next practice we do. So sit with your back straight. As the Lama melts into you, the 3 places of the Om Ah Hum come together down the central channel into your heart center. The Hum, with the union of the Lama into you, becomes a Hri. The Hri is the symbol of the all-pervasive nature of light as the true nature of your mind. That's Amitabha Buddha, infinite light energy. Then you project you as Shenrei-Z to your mother in front, then to all your relatives, friends, and lovers, and everybody you have karma with this life. Then you project to 8 billion humans on the planet today. all the animals in the ocean and on the land, infinite in number. Then all the spirit worlds that inhabit the totality of space, our universe. When you make that application in your mind, completely filled with this deity, this mandala of light and light beings, all equal in nature, producing the same energy of wisdom to produce healing, universal healing. The mantra Om Mani Padme Hum appears in your heart chakra. Sound the mantra, be the Chenrei Z. See the seed syllable Shri in your heart center, red in color. You have a reddish glow. Rainbow light spreads out in every direction when you sound the mantra. The mantra is 6 syllables around the Shri inside a 5-color sphere in your heart. So you move your mind in these practices. Seed syllable and mantra. Deity. All beings in your mandala filling space. The deity. Body. You as a deity. Speech. Universally applied. Mind. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. In India, it was said or pronounced Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. In Tibet, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Padme Hum. Mani Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Three. Three is the infinite dimension of the ultimate nature of energy of infinite light, which is the nature of the mind and our universe. And when these two become together, interconnect in harmony, that produces the Buddha field of Amitabha Buddha. His mudra looks like this, and he's red in color. And he and the red Chandri Z, in this symbol, the next practice we're going to do is above the head of this deity and above the head of Chandri Z. And we chant the mantra, and then we'll move into the accomplishment stage of the practice. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And we move from this creation phase of tantric practice into the all-pervasive accomplishment stage we call Mahamudra, or the state of complete modality of complete healing based on space or voidness. So you do that by dissolving all sentient beings, your mothers, as the deity Chenrezi, filling the outer world and your heart, all streaming into you, infinite in number, as the 2 and 4-armed Chenrezi. Then you, as the central figure of compassion, power, and insight, the expression of your true nature of loving kindness, you disappear into the 6 syllables of the mantra, circling the Hum or Shri together in your heart center. They establish the all-pervasive nature of your mind as like space. We use the term Mahamudra or Dzogchen, the mind of perfect bliss. This 5-colored sphere of light and those 6 symbols together expand to the totality of space. Relax. No meditation. The Dharmakaya is beyond the nature of your conceptual mind. Like space. Relax. Be present. Watch what appears. Thoughts, sensual perceptions arise, present themselves, disappear. when you move from this accomplishment stage of tantric practice, where you realize that all experiences are based on the energy that is represented by these deities, illusory in nature, then you know that all experiences are only to help you gain realization of the ultimate true nature of your mind of awareness, which has no ceiling, no goal, nowhere to go. That realization is called the state of liberation. From what? The conflicting emotions based on judgment, judgmental mind, the drama mind of the relative world, which causes so much trouble. To help with this and the great upheavals that are arising in the world around us today on all levels of social engagement, we use the protector aspect of the Buddha as an antidote to these situations, to produce both relative and ultimate healing, symptomatically applied and causal supplied. So the protector deities and the dakinis, the male ones are called herukas, the female ones are called dakinis, are simply engaging in the activity that's appropriate to the conflict of the mind of the individual and the conflict of the human herd embellishing the planet today, which is intentionally destroying the planet ecosystem. And it does this in a way that brings the spirit energy into our situation to help us to deal with this individually and collectively. So Chenrezig and the Lama, the Yidam, in this case Padmasambhava, Guru Yoga, are necessary as the basis when you use protector deities or dakinis. So when you use the Mahakala, the sea syllable is hum, just like the medicine Buddha, just like Guru Rinpoche. Same sea syllable, only it's silver colored. And the deity has white or silvery appearance. The deity has 6 arms. He's called the white Mahakala, dressed in silks and jewels, bone ornaments, 5-jewel skull jewel crown, standing on 2 Ganesh. One symbolizes healing and the other symbolizes wealth as a support, emanating radiant light in a dome similar to the energy of the sun, radiation in all directions. And the 5-jewel crown based on the mantra of Chenrezig, Om Mani Padme Hum. Then each hand has a symbol of power. This one holds the knife, cutting off ego accretion. The middle hand, a jewel. The right lower hand, a Dhammaru, calling the dakinis, just like Padmasambhava did. And this upper hand, a trident. So that means he's power over all 3 realms, higher, middle, and lower, heaven, human, and demon. And a hook for gathering in cities and lassos to suppress or control demonic influence. And in a hand in his heart, he has a skull cup with also a jewel in it. So the middle hand, outer middle hand, a jewel. We call ultimate awareness, and then the empowerment that we give to activate these deities is in the skull cup, which is the wisdom nature goes to development. Everybody gets. Again, to start to practice the Lama in front is Shenrei Z, based on the Guru Rinpoche practice of the Lama as the Nirmanakaya. Shenrei Z is the power, compassion, and insight of the Sambhogakaya, bliss energy. These two together are the only way you can properly connect to the protector or Dakini of the, what we call the wrathful deities. So with these two in place, then the wrathful deity appears as the six-armed white Mahakala. The Lama in front produces the three lights into you, merges into you. The three lights, Om, Ah, Hum, come together in the heart. The white silver Hum is established in a five-color sphere of light. You become the six-armed wisdom protector, called Shadrupa, and you're standing on two Ganesh, and then all the wisdom deities, lamas, protectors, all peaceful symbols are incorporated into this symbol. And when you be the white Mahakala, the whole universe is filled with Dakinis, female protectors of all five categories of Dakinis. The highest spiritual of the Bodhisattvas, all of the heavenly realms, all of the war and war god realm, all of the human realm, and all of the elemental realm, filling your mandala. Then the six realms, the human, the animal, and the spirit will all become the Buddha realm of the six-armed white Mahakala. And you sound the mantra to activate this. So you visualize the white Hum, the mantra circling the Hum, blazing energy through your body and out in every direction, which is this radiance goes everywhere. Like the sun's energy fills our solar system, all pervasive, all supportive. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Hara Nisa Siddhi Za Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe. Now the Dakinis fill the whole universe around you as white Mahakala. Om Mama Guru Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Mama Guru Mahakala Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Aranisa Siddhi Sa 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 Om Mama Guru Mahakala 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 Aranisa Siddhi Sa Om Hey. Now we make the aspiration prayer that all worldly social programs of war, famine, drought, disease, poverty, environmental destruction, the spread of toxins, and all negative social programs be quickly transformed into occasions for spiritual practice and progress towards ultimate enlightenment. That all sentient beings be happy and free of pain and suffering and established in bliss and equanimity. Om Mama Guru Mahakala Harinisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Harinisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe. Now you don't have to do anything. Just the mantra and be the deity. This deity and all the Dakinis are enacting the Buddha activity of the 5 Dhyana Buddhas and the medicine Buddha. Chenrezig, Manjushri, and Vajrapani to all the 6 realms, continually and timelessly. Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Mama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe. Now for the next round of the mantra, you see from the silvery white hung in your heart center, backed with the Shri, light of the mantra comes up and out your throat into the white Mahakala standing in front of you, into his throat, down to the white silver hung in his heart, down to the navel chakra, across to your navel chakra, and back up to the silver hung in your heart. This is your Lama Guru in front as the white Mahakala, representing all the lineages, all the Lamas, men and women, on the planet today, in action, Buddha activity. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe. Now, like your mala, each of the symbols of the mantra is a bead on the mala. The cord that holds the mala is red. That red cord emanates infinite dakinis filling the space around you. The sounds of the mantra activate the Buddha activity that compensates for all the serious situations that are on the planet today, transformed into spiritual occasions of practice for higher and higher states of compassion, power, and insight based on the loving kindness of the 3 deities, Nirmanakaya, Sambhogakaya, Dharmakaya, in action. Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe Om Lama Guru Mahakala Haranisa Siddhi Sa Om Pe. Then all the dakinis dissolve into Mahakala. Mahakala dissolves into the Hum, seed syllable mantra, and all into the heart center. It appears into Vajra space, the indestructible light of the life support system of this entire universe. Rests in the present moment in voidness and bliss. No meditation. Kewa di nirduda, chaga champo drugerne, jowa chinking malupa, dei salako parsho, sanjay kusu nempai jamla dong, choni megur nempai jamla dong, gendu miche dumpai jamla ki, jitar gongwa monam dru parsho. By this virtue of having realized Mahamudra, may I quickly establish all beings without a single exception in that state of wisdom. By the blessings of the three bodies of the Buddha being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of this Dharma being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of us, the Sangha, being unwavering, may this and all dedication prayers, aspiration prayers, and long life prayers be accomplished. May all beings be happy, free of suffering, established in bliss and emotional stability. Duchiche, thank you very much. Good evening. Aloha and Tashi Dele.
Thank you, Lamatashi Abby.
Aloha, thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have good dreams.